Good day, Second Civics viewers. This is Friggity Frank Gallo, and today we're talking about contacting public officials and public figures. In almost every civics project, you will need to contact some sort of public official or leader, be it a principal, mayor, or public organizer, and those people can help you quite a bit. They're very important assets to have on your side during any civics project of any scale, from the smallest issues, like a misdemeanor in your school, a kid's bullying you, to the biggest of changes in society, like the Black Lives Matter movement, for instance. I'm assuming they needed to contact somebody somewhere along the way. Seeing as contacting officials is so important, I'm going to make a video telling you 5 simple tips to help you contact public officials and leaders in your community. So the first tip that you need to know when contacting a public official is you need to know who to contact. If there's a pothole on your street, you're not going to be contacting your school principal. You're going to contact the Department of Public Works. It's as simple as having the right tool for the job. You wouldn't hit a nail in with a screwdriver, but you would hit it in with a hammer. Here are a few tips on how to find that right tool. The best place to go to figure out who you need to contact is the person you think you need to contact's website. A lot of this comes down to just going with your gut. I mean, a lot of people already know these things from school, from previous experiences, from previous civics projects, but if you don't know, a great place to go is your city's website. I'm from Boston, or from near Boston, so I'm going to go to the boston.gov website. Here we have the departments. These are the most common departments for a civics project to be associated with, or for a misdemeanor to be associated with. And let's say we want to fix a pothole. I think that in order to fix a pothole, Public Works Department. Pop-up ad. Normally, they deal with roads, and they do deal with roads. Best part about a website like this is that they also have the contact information which you will need later. Things like hours, address, and phone numbers. The next thing you need to know when contacting a public official is know how to contact them. In this case, there are 4 different primary methods in which you can contact a public official. The first of these methods is email. Email is perfect for your first initial contact with a public official, as it is relatively low-key. It's easy to find that public official's email, and they will almost always respond. But it's difficult to have a conversation over email, so if you want to have a conversation with a public official, a phone call may be in order. But email and phone calls are just a tiny bit too informal for some really high-up officials. In those cases, you should be using snail mail via the postal service. I know it's old. I know you're going to be saying, okay, boomer, but it's just the way they like it. The final method of contacting a public official is a special one. These are in-person and currently virtual meetings between public officials. At these meetings, you will need to propose your civics project to usually a board of officials. These are of particular importance and need to be taken with the utmost seriousness. Your entire civics project hinges upon them. The third tip I have for you is to stay confident. Public officials want confident civic leaders. Leaders are confident even if they're not good at stuff. If you are feeling a little underconfident, try to get into your element. In the era of social media, a lot of people have a tendency to hide behind their screens and get a little bit more timid when talking comes into play. So maybe emails are the right option for you when contacting public officials. This ties back to my last point about the right way how to contact someone. Yeah. Okay. The next tip I have for you is to follow up when contacting. Government officials are busy people, and they will oftentimes overlook emails and be none the wiser. So if you really want something to happen, you should maybe do it twice if your government official does not get back to you the first time. The fifth and final tip I have for you is to proofread. Make sure your spelling is good. Make sure your grammar is good. Make sure you have good word choices. Have someone read over it other than you. Read it aloud. Have your mom read over it. Have your best friend read over it. Make sure your statement is perfect. Also, you should really be putting yourself in the shoes of a public official and think, if I was X, what would I think about this person? This is very, very important and will be pretty much good for anything in life. This is just kind of a how to write an email thing. Proofread. Thank you for watching this mediocre video on how to contact public officials. This has been your host, Friggity Frank Gallo. Second Civics out. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.